the city had provided notice, as well as they were trying to help with cleanliness and hygiene support by providing restrooms and hand washing stations in the area. But with the debris, human as well as just trash, it just became a hazardous place for the people who were living in that area and also the surrounding neighborhoods and homes.
Sorry, did you say because of human trash?
Because of like waste. Yeah.
Oh,
waste.
sorry. Oh, okay, I understand. Hey everyone, it's Xander Corvus. The wokest, coolest sex worker in the game.
I'm all right.
How's it going, comrade? How you doing?
It's going all right, man. I mean, yesterday was tough. Like just like waking up. Like I went to get COVID tested for work, and then I just saw in our like group chat for Food Not Bombs and
Oh, sorry. How often do you get COVID tested?
We have to do my company has to do 24-hour tests. So
what? You get tested every day?
Yeah.
I've only been tested once, and it was not pleasant. It was like getting wasabi like injected into my nose.
Yeah, it's not comfortable. I have a horrifying gag reflex, so like all the nurses always laugh at me when I walk in because they know that I'm gonna like struggle. So
damn. All right, anyway, sorry, go on. You're talking about something way more important.
Yeah, no, so after that, like obviously like our group chat just started blowing up, and we just saw that like one of the guys, our guy Joey, he went down and was like live streaming on Instagram of all the bulldozers coming in, and they just crushed all the huts that were built.
You want to just give everyone a quick recap as to what you're talking about? They might not know.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, no. So I work with a group out here in Vegas, Food Not Bombs and the New Leaf community, and we build Conestoga huts, which are like these little like single person or like possibly even two person houses for the unhoused, and it's a cool place for them to like, for our friends to have a door they can lock and have their stuff in a safe place. They have their whatever the belongings are all kind of in a safe place, so it gives them like a sense of safety and something that's theirs. Keeps them safer from the elements. There's like a window and a door, and it's just like a cool little little hut that we build together. And we had a really big community being built just off the side of the freeway. There was like an encampment that a bunch of people were already living at, and made their homes at, like tent homes and like tarp homes and stuff. So we went there with these huts to give them something else, a little more secure and safer to live in. And we had 26 or 27 of them built, and the city of Vegas went in yesterday and just destroyed everything, arrested a bunch of the unhoused comrades that were living there, and they lost all their belongings. Like, and that's one of the things that is, I mean, obviously it's crushing that these people all lost their houses, but not only that, it's like medications and just belongings that heirlooms or whatever, you know what I mean, like just things like that were super personal to them. And I sent you like the interview with Lori, who is one of our friends who lived at that encampment, and
that's horrifying. Like it's cold in Vegas right now, isn't it?
Yeah, man, the desert is no joke at night. the desert is cold in the winter and at night. So I sent you the clips of Lori's interview, and I sent you the clip of there's one of the things that one of our guys, Robert, got a really good shot of one of the, it's a good shot video wise, but it's a terrible thing what's being shot. It's just them with one of the big claw bulldozer things just destroying one of the houses.
So fucked up. I'll play it right after I talk to you. So
no worries.
what can be done immediately? Like, is there anything that people can do on their end? Is there people we can call?
Yeah, well, here's the thing that like we wrote up a list of demands, basically that we want to make of the city, and uh, and it's kind of a mission statement for like what we want to do next, what our next steps are, which are we want to have uh we want to buy land, um, and like we've been brainstorming about all kinds of stuff, like trying to get like a land trust, um, to maybe build like a sustaining farming community kind of thing with everybody. Because obviously like we've tried building in the city and it's very difficult because they always find a way to fuck us over, and like displace these people. So like, we've got a bunch of different ideas floating around, but so for right now, it's number one, we want land to build homes for the unhoused. Housing is a human right, and housing and health has healthcare. Number two is make the people whole. Replace all documents and medications destroyed by the city, and demand reparations for all the stolen belongings that cannot be replaced. Number three, make New Leaf whole. Uh, Either restore all 26 Conestoga huts, um, tiny homes, and or repay us the 16K it took to build them, of the money that we raised to build them, and the money we gave to build these things, to so that we can now build them again. We can just, because we can easily just buy all the stuff over again and just build them all over. Free them all, so all charges against members of our community must be dropped, including the people that were arrested who live in that community, and the people who were arrested, um, standing up for the community. Um, uh, Nothing about us without us. All future. This is my favorite one, actually. Sorry, I'm like getting emotional about it
Yeah, no, of course, you.
now.
Like it's
uh,
absolutely fucked. Like I can't believe they
yeah,
would do that. And like I said, they do the exact same thing here in Vancouver as well. Like we've got tent cities where they just literally evict people in the middle of winter,
yeah.
rather than like it's not even as if they're sleeping inside of apartments or like trying to like squat in areas, right? Like they're literally sleeping in
No, no,
tents and like freezing their asses off with sleeping bags. But even that is considered like too much.
yeah. So we want to. So the nothing about us without us is, all future making regarding the unhoused of Las Vegas will include the voices of the unhoused, because they're never asked a goddamn thing about what happens to them. It's just these fucking. I mean, it's with the gentrification of that whole area. I mean, you have these fucking rich woke cosplaying douchebags who fucking like built their little. Oh, we have our tiny hut community. Look at how like minimalist we're living and shit. Like, while people actually trying to maintain a life and dignity, fucking living in this way, are scooped off into the fucking streets and made to sleep on the streets, which is now illegal here. Like, so now that's criminalized as well, sleeping on the street here. So it's like, not only are you like taking people's safety away, you're also almost like guaranteeing that now they're going to have charges against them for sleeping on the streets because of the houses you destroyed. It, yeah.
So what's the deal with Vegas towards these policies? Like obviously I like the last I had seen, Vegas was doing this fucked up shit where they were painting like lines in parking lots, and that's where people could
Yeah.
sleep so they wouldn't,
Jesus.
yeah, so they wouldn't have to get COVID or things like that. But like clearly certain levels of responsibility falls on them. Like is the policy just die poors? Is that it?
Basically, it's like the Dead Kennedy song. It's like the Kill the Poor song. It just feels like,
Fuck.
it's just like, it doesn't like, it's insane to me how people who are supposed to be, it's just insane to me how like heartless, especially at, like, I don't give a shit about holidays, but some people do. And even at this time during the year, like, this is when you choose to like displace all these people, and it's like, and it's the people in the city who, they like I said about the tiny hut community of like all the rich people. It's like, if there's money to be made on a situation, and this is the country all across, it's not even just Vegas or LA or anything like that, this is everywhere. But if there's money to be made on something, or investment to be made, whatever, then they'll do whatever they can to make sure this shit their shit's taken care of. But if it's just, you know, unhoused people who, you know, can't contribute any monetary gain to the city, then they don't give a shit.
So fucked.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people in chat who are saying like, "Hey, I'm in Vegas. What can I do to help?"
I mean, we're gonna be meeting up again, to, you know, to build more and to do everything else we can. I'll send. Is it okay if I put like the
Yeah,
New
yeah,
Leaf
go nuts.
link in chat? Okay,
Yeah,
I
go
can,
nuts.
because we have all my links for New Leaf. There's plenty of ways to donate on here. We have the coffee thing. Uh, we have our Patreon that we're working on putting more videos together for people to see how to build these links, how to build you know, communities in your own city, and how to help, you know, the unhoused there. You know, and yeah, we want, yes, I saw somebody said city land. Yeah, we would love to you know, be granted city land, but you know, rich people aren't gonna fucking do that, so it's kind of out of the question.
So what is the alternative then? If is it you have to buy private land and then house them there?
Well, I get we've been talking about it, but I guess there's a lot of liability that they'll try to screw us over on if we just buy private land. So it's something, I guess, called a land trust. Is kind of what we're wanting to move toward. Because I mean, we have like it's a bunch of random denomination lefties who are kind of involved in these groups, and so we all kind of have our own ideas, and we're all voting on, like, or not voting, but like all discussing at the moment like what we think the best ideas are for how to help everybody. Um, so I mean, like we've floated the ideas about having a, you know, a self-sustaining farming type community, or um, you know, stuff like that. Uh, we floated different ideas, and we know that some people want to stay in the city proper for sure. But like now we're starting to see that this, if they're staying in the city proper, like the city's going to try to get them. Like they're going to do whatever they can to get them, and they have all the loopholes to punish these people however they want.
Yes, I agree, Izzy. So if you don't know, Xander, if you haven't met her, Izzy Bear 713 is doing the same thing as you. She started something called Camp Unicorn, which is basically she bought an area which is going to house.
I subbed to their Patreon.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go.
Because I didn't want you to shave the beard, but now it's gone, and I'm sad.
Hey, it's December, all right. My the property rights on my face have been rescinded as well.
Right.
But what was I going to say? Oh, but you should connect. You should connect with her because she's essentially doing the same thing, just I guess in a different part of America. I can probably
100%.
could probably work with you in terms of like all the little nitty gritty things.
Yeah, that would be really great. Yeah, and in the meantime, yeah, like yesterday we went and we got for everybody whose houses were destroyed and stuff, we went and got a bunch of tents. So we got like 32 person tents for them to, like, you know, live in the meantime. And then we got
Really generous of you guys.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's all from donations and people wanting to help and all that stuff. We have so much pizza. It was almost like it was kind of funny because we had, like, you could tell, like, some of the cops who were inside the fence, you know, were kind of eyeing the pizzas, and we are like,
we're like, we'll throw them at you, motherfucker.
Yeah, we'll give you empty box. There was a big part of me that just wanted to walk over, like, hey, do you guys want some? And just like drop it, like, oh shit, you know, like there was a shitty part of me that wanted to do that. But you know, we tried to feed everybody yesterday, give everybody new temporary temporary housing within the tents. But yeah, no, it was definitely just, you know, it was hard talking to some of our friends that, you know, live there, because the other thing that was amazing is, like, you could tell all the organizers and all the activists who are a part of this, you know, were really crushed by what had happened, and you could tell it definitely that the people who lived there were also, you know, obviously horribly affected by it, but there was also this weird, like, sense of, like, hope, or um because obviously these people have been through a lot. You know, if you're you know, they've our friends have been through a lot, and it was good to see that, you know, they're strong, you know, and it was good to see them, you know, ready to try something else, ready to go to the next place and keep us keep working and seeing our organizers and activists and stuff, ready to keep fighting. Like no one gave up yesterday. You know what I mean? Like as much as we saw like a mass of power against us and huge machines of destruction at work, we stood there, and it was good to see the strength in the community. Fuck, getting all fucking.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
it was
obviously,
nice.
it's like that's got to be devastating. Like I can't imagine.
So like what we're looking for now is like we obviously like blankets, even air mattresses, like it, I mean, they're whatever, just basically like things like that, aspirin,
I showed
gloves,
everyone
all that
the
kind of stuff.
mutual aid things you were preparing, and like so much of it is things people I don't think about. Like toiletries, feminine hygiene products. What's it? Naloxone kits for
Narcan,
people. Yeah, for people overdosing. We don't in BC, because I've worked in addiction centers. We don't have the nasal ones. We only have the injection ones, and which is really fucked up, because it's like when someone is in that like crucial moment, you don't always have time to like crack open the vial, fill up the syringe, inject it, right? Like the nasal ones save lives too.
Yeah, it's definitely, and plus you don't want somebody who doesn't know how to do an injection just panic injecting someone. Like,
does it go in the eye?
Yeah, they can just stab it in their chest like that one movie, right? It's like, no, not really. No.
Ironically, the guy who stabs him in the chest is also named Lance. So I think that's the only other that's the only other Lance in cinema. Yeah.
Nice. Unless they're talking about like the weapon,
Yeah, also
like
true.
Like a knight upon a horse.
What's the flag in the background, by the way, just out of curiosity?
The one on the so
I see the anarchist one.
Yeah, and that one over there is like, I'm a Norse pagan, so
oh cool.
Yeah, and so that's just Odin's. That's Hugin or Munin, depending on which one you like more, or the ravens. It's basically just a symbol of Odin.
So I've got the link in the chat so people can, I guess, support directly. But if they live in Vegas outside of volunteering their time, if they're able to do so, you need crucial stuff like you said: mattresses, sleeping bags, toiletries, aspirin, stuff like this.
Yeah.
Why aspirin? Just out of curiosity.
Well, I just like pain. People who are like going through whatever. There's a lot of the things that are hard. From a lot of people lost their medications. A lot of people lost their prescriptions to even get their medications. Because literally, like they gave, if you watch the interview thing with Lori after, it's, they told them 15 minutes, and you have to get all your shit and get out. And a lot of these people just have like trash bags and fucking shopping carts to like carry all their stuff. And these are people who are just getting used to a life again where there's a lock and key on their door that they can store things spread about, and like figuring out, hey, how do I want my house to look? How do I want my place to look here? So it's like, now they have to in a rapid, morning, just have to toss all their shit together and get out, hoping they didn't forget anything that's really important. When faced with the sound of bulldozers and cop cars and fucking, it's insane to imagine that somebody would be able to just grab everything that they needed at the time. So, I mean, you can imagine people who aren't having their medications just being in pain and needing something, and it's cold. It's fucking cold. These huts had insulation. Like we built these things with like foam insulation in the walls, and kind of like the Mylar space blanket thing that helps keep the heat in and all. It was awesome. Like these things were so cool, and it's not over. We're gonna keep building them, but it's yeah. So blankets, anything that can help keep people warm, and like if there's non-perishable foodstuffs as well, like I got a bunch of like my fans sent in a bunch of like my fans send in so much shit. Like there's like chips and snacks and all different kinds of things.
So yeah, everybody here, if you are in the Vegas area, if you can help out in any way, obviously, the organization and all their links are in the chat. just do !new leaf. And like Xander's saying, there's a lot of things that are obviously needed immediately. Things like mattresses, sleeping bags, aspirin, any kind of toiletries, products like that. Xander is demand. I completely agree. It's just weird because like I think the first time I talked to you, I was like, he seems like one of those people who wears his heart on his sleeve, like myself, but he's also like got a little heart of gold. But you never know if that impression is just something you get naturally from talking to someone. But then like maybe like 3 weeks into seeing what you do online, I was like, holy shit, no, he's actually someone who's like directly working to like, help people and do mutual aid. Like you're really good people, Xander.
Thank you. I mean, and as an alcohol, like an ex-alcoholic, well, I guess I'm always going to be an alcoholic who's like fucked up a lot in their life and been selfish and stupid and made a lot of mistakes. Like I'm just one of those people who wants to just continue out the rest of it doing the right shit instead of doing the wrong shit. You know what I mean? So it's just I just want to kind of spread that love and help.
Oh, Wilco, post it everywhere. Everyone post the new leaf. I'm sure Xander it's fine if people just post it over all corners of the internet, right?
Oh,
like
yeah,
anywhere you can help, do help is kind of the thing, right? I assume.
Yeah, anywhere help is good.
Is there anything you wanna shout out or talk about or?
I mean, this is what's on the docket for today. My time is just spent between our sex worker mutual aid and this are the things I care about the most right now. So, well, thank you so much, dude, for having me on. I really, really appreciate.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna play the video right now, and then I'm gonna give Scott Black a little call. See if he answers me. All right.
Beautiful. Thanks, man.
Cheers. Bye, Xander. Love you, bro. That was, of course, Xander Corvus. If you are above the age of 18 only, all right, depending on where you live too. I don't know if there's different laws for pornography in different areas, but if you are old enough to enjoy the pleasures of the secular flesh, and you are one to enjoy beautiful man flesh, you should check out Xander's work. He is, of course, one of the Brazzers superstars. But on top of that, more importantly, he's doing fantastic work. That's incredible what he's doing in Vegas. That's amazing. And like I said, there's a lot of people who like to espouse about what is leftism and what is the true leftist and all this kind of stuff, and only true leftists do blank, and if you don't do this, you're a lib or a rad lib or you're the synthetic left and all that other bullshit. To me, it speaks volumes, people who just help each other. Like that means more to me than a million people who are like, how many theories have you read? Have you read all of the theories? Because I've read all of the theories. So I was like, okay, great. Are you helping anyone? Do you help people out? Did you involve yourself in mutual aid? Did you work to help and help out fellow people? Like, if someone is doing what Xander's doing, that is infinitely more valuable to me than someone who has read every single volume of Capital, you know? Only true left to spend their time talking about cabbage. True. Pansexual here, sexy is sexy. Yes, as a fellow pan, I can confirm. And I can say, yes! Alright. Let's first play the video by Xander. I'm just trying to find it. Oh, here we are. Oh man, this is gonna make us cry. Alright, get your tears out and then we'll laugh. We'll laugh because I'll call Scott Black.
Okay. What's your name? And
my name is Lori Foster.
Okay.
They came and gave us 15 minutes to get all of our stuff out, and they basically kicked on the hut. And I didn't know what was going on at first. It takes forever to wake me up, so and just kept kicking and shaking and screaming, and they, like I said, they gave us 15 minutes to get out. I got what I could.
Yeah.
They let me go back to get, the rest of my clothes and stuff.
No, we'll be back.
But that was it.
Yeah. Do you know what you're gonna do now? Where you're?
No.
You don't know where you're gonna go?
None.
Well, thank you for telling us what happened. I'm so sorry to hear about this.
Fuck, that's fucked up. That's so fucked up. And then, like, what exactly is the end game? Like, what's like, what are you gonna do? You know, is it just like go die? Best of luck during a fucking pandemic, no less. Best way to reach Mr. Black. Mr. Black. Oh, well, look at that. All right. I'm unfortunately probably going to be getting a low-level intern, so it's not going to be as cathartic as you're hoping, everybody.
City of North Las Vegas City Council's office. This is Amanda.
Hey, is this the representative office of Scott Black?
Yes, it is. How can I help you?
Hi, I heard recently that there was a homeless encampment that got shut down under Mr. Black's provision in Vegas.
Okay.
Um,
So yeah, the city did a homeless cleanup.
okay. Could you give me some details on that?
Yeah. I'm sorry. What was that?
Oh, could you just give me some details on what exactly that meant and what happened?
Sure. So we have some dedicated staff to help with homeless outreach, and they went out and offered services to get residents relocated and connected with community services to help them in whatever case they needed. Unfortunately, they didn't get very good response, and individuals kind of refused to help. The city had provided notice, as well as they were trying to help with cleanliness and hygiene support by providing restrooms and hand washing stations in the area. But with the debris, human as well as just trash, it just became a hazardous place for the people who were living in that area and also the surrounding neighborhoods and homes.
Sorry, did you say because of human trash?
Because of like waste. Yeah,
Oh,
waste.
sorry. Oh, okay, I understand. Well, I mean, I represent an organization that actually is of the mind that this was a great idea, and we wanted to thank Mr. Black. I was wondering if we could just go a little bit further, because when getting rid of the camps, the problem is afterwards, where exactly do they go? And I find that they usually just set up camps in other locations. So maybe what would be best is if we literally salt the earth. And I mean that. I mean, like, why don't we actually salt the ground so that nothing can ever grow? Like, soft ground sometimes is where they will spring up. Like, if there's grass. So that was the platform we were hoping to get on. Like, why don't we literally salt the earth? And then that way they can't set up a new camp.
Okay. Do you have any like handouts or like a one page about the?
The salt the earth program? Yeah, sure. I can get that together. We've had like a handful of other organizations that have found that this is actually a great method for getting rid of the homeless problems. We've tried it out in different cities and different countries, and we found it's pretty much the best way to get rid of the poors. And you know, they're not contributing members of society, and as long as we keep moving them instead of letting them set up their camps, this is probably the best method that we found.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to email me the information, I can pass that on.
Awesome. Do you think that would be an official policy that Scott Black could get behind?
I don't know. I would definitely go through not only all of the council members, but also our city management team as well.
Awesome. Well, that's great. I didn't think there'd be so much support right out of the gates, but that makes us very happy. We'll get the information together, and I mean, let's hope that we're going to see a Black Salt the Earth 2021.
Sounds good. Let me give you my email so you can forward that on to me.
All right, sounds great. Please. Well, you have yourself a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
Holy shit! What? What? That's not how I saw that going at all. I think that's the first time that's ever happened. I salt the earth so nothing can literally grow, and that's an okay thing. Like that's not beyond the pale. What the fuck? I don't know what to say. All right. Did I just get out trolled? Is that what just happened? Was she trolling me? What? Oh my god! I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Holy shit, Vegas is bad. Vegas is really bad. Xander, you were kidding. Like, holy fuck. Like, I thought Vancouver was bad, but they at least put on airs. They'll be like, no, we don't want them to literally die. We just want to find them more equitable housing that is going to be more humane. So we're just going to kick them out of their houses for now, and we're going to do something about it down the road. It's not like, no, yeah, we would like to eliminate the pores. Like, even the human trash part. Did you just say human trash? And she was like, no, sorry, I didn't literally mean to say human trash. I think all people in customer support, phone line jobs. Well, no, but you have to understand, they're also like, it's a little bit different than someone who's just saying like, I want to work for X company because I want to pay the bills. You're working for a politician, so you actually have to be somewhat invested within that politician's framework. Like how many people here would volunteer for the Republican Party, for example? You know, the rest of Nevada hates Las Vegas. I could see that. Cleaning up the trash. Wow. Well, I guess I'll upload that because I didn't think that was going to go off the way it did. That was fucked. City of Abbotsford, which is really close to me, by the way, is dumping chicken manure on the homeless camp. The City of Abbotsford has apologized for dumping chicken manure on an unofficial campground for people experiencing homelessness. News of the dump broke earlier today in an opinion piece on Abbotsford, an online newspaper. They just show up the camp whenever a person can't carry weight and they take garbage. Jesus Christ. Fuck you, Abbotsford. Man, I got a lot of phone calls to make today. Hey, Xander is doing the all my links, everybody. Can everyone who has the ability to help out, please go to the all my links New Leaf community. Awesome program. That's fantastic. That is great. Thank you very much.
Hey, we want to mutual aid you to get some eyeballs on your work. So if you have a leftist YouTube channel or Twitch stream or something you want us to advertise, just send us a 20 to 30 second ad using the forums at weareserfs.com. We'll do our best to help you out. And please submit once per channel.
You are gods, unwrapped, Xander Corvus. We shall build temples in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we live to do your bidding. To our lords, Jeffrey Lamb, Trevor R., Stephen, Nine Tails Cosmic Fox, Aunt Josephine, Poppy Nelson, Ryan Lubin, Jimothy K. Meeble Beeps Jr., we bow meekly for your pleasure. And to our Knights of the Round Table, Josh Mickelson, Dylan Vike, Zach Christensen, Todd Buckingham, Todd Lajeunesse, Political Puppy, Ali Menthal, Jimmy Big Nuts, Andreas Chitoro, Good Poon Hates Cops, That's Solid Poon Then, Dr. Zayas, Joppy, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Jack Darko, Thomas Barrington, J. Fraser Cartwright, Goofalankius, Melissa Murphy, Nicholas Marks, Alexander Thaler, Ramon Acosta, and Ali Retta Jaffer. We salute you. Love you all. Peace.